Good evening. I now call to order the regularly scheduled meeting of the Lake Havasu Unified School District for November 13th, 2025. Roll call, please.
Michael Kern.
Here.
Lisa Ramon.
Here.
Matthew Houston.
Here.
David Rose.
Here. We will now have a moment of silent prayer and private reflection. Amen. Would you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This evening, Member Tinsley could not be with us. We would like to congratulate her and her family on the birth of their newborn baby, Brooklyn Tinsley. At this time, we will have Governing Board monthly awards. All right. So our first award for this month is the Board Award for the Teacher of the Month. Please welcome Renee Cypress, teacher from Thunderbolt Middle School. Renee has been with our district for a very long time. Incredible teacher, loves her students, and she's passionate about education, passionate about making sure her students are successful. And thank you so much for all that you do.
Yes!
You'll go over there. The next board award is our Community Member of the Month, and this month it goes to Michelle Diaz. Havasu's local business, Natural Teas, has been serving Lake Havasu Unified School District for many years with student uniforms, staff attire, club attire, shirts, and anything we have need of. A few years back, Michelle Diaz bought the business and continued with exemplary services. We're grateful for all that she does for the Lake Havasu Unified School. The Staff Member of the Month goes to Barbara Green. Barbara is the face that you see whenever you come into the front door here at the Lake Havasu School Board District Office, and we're so thankful for her service to the school district and all of the things. She takes every call, every emergency call, and without her, the district office would have a difficult time. So thank you for all that you do. And our final award this month goes to our Administrator of the Month, Scott Becker. Scott has been with the Lake Havasu Unified School District for 24 years, and he has served as the principal of Lake Havasu High School for 13 years. He leads with service and excellence and is an example to what leadership looks like. We're very thankful for him in this district.
Smile. Together.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome! Woo! Yeah! Good job, guys. Sorry.
All right, at this time, we would like to welcome Carol Nowakowski with the Lake Havasu City Education Association. Please come at this time.
Yes, you can have this. Good evening, President Rose, members of the board, Dr. Stone, directors, staff, students, and community. It's November, which means next week is American Education Week, with kickoff being on Monday. Wednesday is Educational Support Professional Day, where we encourage our leaders, teachers, students, and parents within our district to recognize the support professionals at our sites. LHCA will be providing treats at each site to say thank you. Educational support professionals are vital members of our school staff who support students and ensure schools run smoothly. We would like to recognize all of our ESPs, our paraeducators who work directly with students in the classroom, providing extra assistance and support, our health and student services who promote student well-being, our Tahoe food service who provide nutritious meals to ensure students are ready to learn, our custodial and maintenance staff who keep school buildings clean and safe for our students and staff, our skilled trades and technical services who maintain and repair our school facilities and equipment, our transportation department who ensure students arrive at and leave school safely, our clerical services who handle administrative tasks that keep school offices running efficiently, and our security services who help maintain a secure environment for the school community. I know there are a few of you in the audience, so if you could stand and we can recognize you. So some of them are already standing, and we appreciate I also want to sincerely thank the board for your ongoing efforts to recognizing the value of our staff, our previous and our present. Your willingness to come to the table to discuss the needs within the district is much appreciated. We continue to see your commitments to our district and community through the delegation of funds and the upgrades at all of our district campuses, as well as considering the agenda item for this evening. You have committed staff, many who have been here through many ups and downs, and many who have opted to choose LHUSD and Lake Havasu as their home. It's important to recognize that each person is valued, every certified and every support staff, and a yes vote tonight on your agenda item will show just that. Thank you.
Yes.
All right, at this time, item 3.1, call to the public.
Let's go.
Roma Seno?
How you feeling? Promise.
Good evening, members of the board. My name is Sarah Ramasmo. I'm the parent of a former Lake Havasu High School Spirit Line member. I'm here tonight because I've made multiple attempts to address serious concerns within the Spirit Line program through appropriate channels, but they have remained unresolved. On September 12th, I submitted a formal written complaint to the athletic director regarding the handling of bullying concerns raised by my daughter and another team captain, as well as unprofessional and retaliatory behavior by the coaching staff. I spoke with the athletic director by phone that same day and was assured that a follow-up conversation would occur the following week. As of today, 2 months later, no such follow-up has taken place. Beyond routine district reminders and other general messages received via text, I have not received any correspondence from Lake Havasu High School addressing these concerns. My daughter was called in many weeks later to speak to the principal. However, she came away feeling that her concerns were minimized and the focus was redirected towards another student's situation. This left her feeling unheard and unsupported, and unfortunately, that experience mirrored what she and her teammates had already faced from the coaching staff: dismissal, retaliation, and a lack of accountability when concerns were raised. Following the inaction of staff, my daughter made the difficult decision to leave the program. It's important to note that she left not because of the team itself, but because the adults responsible for her safety and support failed to take meaningful action. Since then, she has felt ostracized and discouraged from participating in other extracurricular activities. No student should experience this as a result of speaking up. I want to be clear that my intention tonight is not to single out or attack anyone personally. My goal is to ensure that student concerns are handled appropriately and that there's oversight and accountability when issues involve safety, bullying, and retaliation. I have specific examples and documentation supporting these concerns, and I'm willing to share them privately with leadership to support constructive review. I respectfully ask that the board ensure this matter is reviewed independently and that the district reinforces clear expectations for professionalism, communication, and student safety across all athletic programs. Every student should feel safe, respected, and supported, especially in activities designed to build confidence, teamwork, and school pride. My hope is that by bringing this forward, it encourages a closer look at how we listen to and protect our students. They deserve adults who lead with empathy, fairness, and accountability. Thank you for your time, your attention, and your commitment to our students and their families. Thank you.
And I would just like to say, if anyone ever has an issue, there's a chain of command that must be followed. So it starts at the school level, and if you feel as a parent that your need has not been met at the school level, you then bring that to the district office. You contact the superintendent's office, and then the final step would be the governing board. So we're unable to get involved until it's come to our level. So just for everyone's information, thank you so much. All right, item 4.1, consent agenda. I need a motion for an approval and a second, please.
Move to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Michael Kern,
Yes.
Lisa Rowe,
Yes.
Matthew Houston,
Yes.
David Rose.
Yes. All right, at this time, item 5.1, student achievement, schools and goals, action plan update. Please welcome Ms. Olson.
All right. Good evening, President Rose, members of the governing board. Using Title I and Title II funds, we've established tutoring programs at all 6 elementary schools and Thunderbolt. The number of tutors at each site is based on staff availability and willingness to tutor. All students are assessed to determine their greatest instructional gap, and tutoring explicitly addresses those gaps. At the high school, every teacher has office hours on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 2:30 to 3 p.m. Teachers are also available by appointment from 7:30 to 8 a.m. The high school offers peer-to-peer tutoring in the Career Lab. Students complete an application and are paired with a tutor. To date, peer tutors have completed 42 hours of tutoring at the high school. Additionally, Title IV funds were used to establish a homework help programs at multiple sites. At this time, the Student Achievement Department and each site will give you an update on goals and action steps. This year, the Student Achievement Department has developed 4 distinct action steps to strengthen teaching and learning across our district. Our first action step is to use PLCs and new teacher seminars to develop a collective understanding of the standards, create lessons that match the rigor of the standards, and reflect on how those lessons are working through common assessments. We've completed 1 full PLC cycle this far, with 76% student participation and 92% teacher participation. We also facilitated 4 new teacher seminars with 82% teacher participation. Every new teacher's lesson was observed and followed up with feedback from a district coach. Our second action step is to improve lesson design and delivery. We have provided professional development focused on learning objectives, instructional scaffolding, and formative assessment. Our student achievement team has conducted 133 walkthroughs with administrators. Our new teacher seminar mini lessons have focused on objectives and the engagement cycle, helping teachers fine-tune what happens in their classrooms every day. Our third action step focuses on supporting our English learners and students with IEPs. We've held thought partner meetings at Havasupai and Thunderbolt to plan specific supports for special education teachers and students with IEPs. And in September, we provided professional development for EL teachers to strengthen their instructional strategies. Our final action step is about using data to drive instruction. We held a Move On When Reading goal setting workshop for principals in September and facilitated an AASA Mimic data protocol that aligned that work with the integrated action plan narratives yesterday. Next, I will share with you each site's original goal and action steps, followed by a slide outlining the current status of their action steps.
Good evening, President Rose and members of the Governing Board. I am pleased to share an update on Havasu Pi's action steps working towards our instructional goal. Engagement strategy norms are established across all classrooms. We have completed 3 professional development sessions to ensure consistency in engagement practices with ongoing tips and reflection opportunities to promote continued growth in instruction. Teachers received aligned resources and professional development last spring, which we reviewed again at the start of this school year to strengthen connections in daily lessons and unit outcomes. The master schedule provides daily common planning time for all teachers. Weekly early release time is dedicated to professional development focused on best instructional practices and data analysis. Visible learning practices are implemented school-wide with 100% of classrooms displaying learning objectives and success criteria. To monitor implementation, I have conducted 24 walkthroughs, 7 formal evaluations, and 2 90-day reviews. Monitoring for tier interventions occurs through planned assessment cycles. Grades K through 6 progress monitor every 10 days using DIBELS, and recently grades 3 through 6 completed fall mimic assessments. Then grade level goals were developed during data meetings. These goals aim to maintain proficiency for current proficient students and increase by 10% the number of students performing below grade level. To extend learning beyond the school day, we currently offer the following opportunities: after-school tutoring, homework club, STEM club, acting studio, Rotokid club, student council, and National Honor Society. Overall, staff is making progress towards consistent data-driven instruction, and we will continue to close instructional gaps, strengthen student engagement, and celebrate student success. Thank you.
Good evening, President Rose, members of the board. Thank you for this opportunity to share an update of our 5 action steps toward our board goals. Number 1, we finished our fall mimic assessments by October 30th. Data reviews were completed by November 7th to identify standards that individual students had not yet met. On number 2, our Proposition 301 PD was presented to all teachers in August with a focus on comprehension to support the Science of Reading initiative. Teaching with Fidelity using our current system is supported by our Essential Elements of Instruction series with 3 PD dates completed through our staff meetings. These dates and titles, the dates and titles for each of the PDs are presented on the slides. Item number 3, communication to parents about our academic goals and school-wide weekly incentive program were included in the September newsletter. Weekly tardy and attendance data are posted in our school lobby, updated each week. Pictures of students receiving attendance award by grade level are put on social media each week. Our local police and I have also made calls home to encourage attendance. And item 4, we host after-school book lab once a week, along with a writing lab and additional after-school homework club opportunities, giving our students a chance to get extra reading work done after school. We are currently running a school-wide reading program during the month of November. The plan is to continue with varied reading incentives throughout winter and spring as well. The last item here, the last action step, our MTSS coordinator has been trained to set up and support our new online program, and she has presented the goal setting and interventions forms to all teachers in September. On December 15th, we have a planned grade level data meeting with our coordinator, reading interventionist, and each grade level member. This will ensure we are properly using our data for appropriate interventions for every student who needs Tier 2 and Tier 3 interventions.
Good evening, President Rose, members of the board. I would like to provide you with an update on the action steps Nautilus has taken this year to work towards our instructional goals. Teachers have met consistently to engage in common planning. They have met a total of 12 times during their specials period, once per week, and an additional 4 times during the designated early release Thursday common planning block, unless they were assigned to other meetings. At the end of last school year, staff were trained on backwards design. To support their planning, a template was placed in the grade level teams folder as a model. We revisited this process at the beginning of the school year to reinforce its use and consistently use it across all grade levels. I have personally conducted 36 walkthroughs, completed 3 90-day evaluations, and have completed 13 formal evaluations. These allow me to provide timely feedback and ensure alignment with our instructional goals. Targeted professional development has been provided to all staff consistently throughout the year. Staff have participated in 4 focused PD sessions covering different effective elements of instruction. In addition, every staff member this year has included a Leader in Me training component to strengthen our culture and our leadership framework. All grade level teachers and our reading interventionists have met together 3 different times to review and analyze data to move our students forward. I also met with Ms. Weidman in August to review data for 28 students eligible to enter the Enrichment Ocean program. To extend learning opportunities, we held a tutoring meeting in September and launched tutoring in October for grades 1 through 4. Currently, 32 students attend the after-school tutoring twice a week. We also started a learning lab in October for grades 3 through 6 where students receive support completing homework and class assignments. So far, 17 students have taken advantage of this new program. Additionally, specialist teachers push into classrooms 4 days a week targeting foundational skills in ELA and math. To monitor progress, students in grades 3 through 6 take a weekly DNA assessment during computer lab time. These assessments are pre-assigned and aligned to previously taught standards, allowing us to track mastery and addressing learning gaps quickly. Through these intentional action steps, we are working collectively towards improving student proficiency in both ELA and math, ensuring success for every student every day. Thank you.
Good evening, President Rose and members of the governing board. Thank you for the opportunity to provide the update for Oro Grande. Oro Grande staff is ensuring state standards are aligned to learning objectives with an emphasis on ELA. During math intervention, instruction is formed by DNA and IXL data to ensure targeted and effective support. Tier 2 math intervention is provided 30 minutes daily within the classroom, supported by general education teachers and paraprofessionals who offer reteach opportunities based on the current standard. The fall mimics test is complete. Teachers are using the data to guide small group and tier time instruction. After school tutoring began on October 14th with an impressive 95% attendance rate. Currently, 173 scholars, 49% of our student population, qualify for Tier 2 ELA intervention during the school day. Instruction is focused on addressing individual achievement gaps using M-Class first lessons, followed by DIBELS progress monitoring every 10 days. Staff has even begun to introduce modeling and practice test-taking strategies. Scholars in grades 3 through 6 are incorporating these strategies during their formative assessments and benchmark testing. Scholars are learning effective note-taking and becoming familiar with the environment and the expectations of state testing. Teachers have been meeting weekly with their cohorts to review upcoming lessons, analyze data, and discuss scholars of academic concern. Meetings include collaboration with myself, school counselor, and reading intervention specialists to plan reteach lessons and determine necessary academic supports and the MTSS process. Our family engagement has already begun. On September 23rd, we hosted our first family engagement academic night for Title I Literacy Night with 108 families in attendance. During our site council meeting in October, our AASA test results were shared with parents, and additionally 71% of our families attended our parent-teacher conferences, reflecting a strong engagement and a partnership with our families. Thank you.
Good evening, President Rose and members of the governing board. I appreciate the opportunity to share key updates on our action items at Smoke Tree. We have actively engaged in ASA and DIBELS grade level data parties to analyze student performance and inform our instruction. 3rd through 6th grade teachers have created their own goals and action steps which align to our school-wide goals using their individual teacher data. After analyzing mimic data this afternoon, 3rd through 6th grade teachers reflected on their progress and revised their goals and action steps. We will be checking. Our teachers have common planning time built into the master schedule and plan collaboratively each week with their teams, including their special education teachers, to plan to support all learners. They're focused on teaching standards using backwards design planning. Our weekly professional learning communities continue with grades 5 and 6, focused on sharing and aligning strategies for Tier 1 instruction. I'm included in these meetings, which gives me the opportunity to coach and assist in vertically aligning our impactful teaching strategies. For the second quarter, we have shifted to include planning for win time, that tier 2, tier 3 time as well. One cycle we focus on tier 1 instruction, the next cycle we focus on win time instruction. We have completed 6 instructional cycles at each grade level. They're 2-week cycles. Teachers receive professional development on content writing, and teachers are now implementing those strategies into the classroom. After school tutoring runs twice per week for grades 1 through 4. Homework help is scheduled to begin next Tuesday for grades 5 and 6. 3rd through 6th grade English language learners also receive English language tutoring twice per week. We had 2 sessions of professional development of reading fluency routines last school year. So rather than redo those, we did a fluency whip around and with some targeted feedback with all of our grade levels. This allowed us to align the progression of our expectations and strategies while also getting our 2 new teachers up to speed. Each grade level now has established fluency routines supported by walkthroughs and feedback. Our staff completed our book study on the Comprehension Connections book. These strategies are being applied across campus to teach students how to have metacognition. We will continue to work very intentionally in Cougar Country to move student achievement forward, and we are excited to see the impact we have on student learning this year. Thank you.
Good evening, President Rose, members of the governing board. My name is Jenny Sotner. I'm the principal of Starline Elementary. I'm happy to share several highlights from our instructional and intervention work thus far this year. So far, we've completed 10 Tier 1 Professional Learning Community, or PLC, meetings. Those focus on aligning our standards-based objectives, refining our pacing, and creating some common assessments to ensure consistency across our classrooms. In Tier 2, we've held 8 meetings so far, 6 led by our Student Success Dean, and 2 data-driven sessions. Those are facilitated by our reading interventionist. These meetings allow each grade level to analyze progress and then plan responsive supports for students. During Tier 1 instruction, we've implemented a co-teach model during our ELA. That happens 5 days a week for 30 minutes. It's a total of 150 minutes of high-impact small group instruction weekly. Additionally, our Tier 3 intervention teams provide around 600 minutes of daily support, ensuring that students receive individualized attention and skill development. Beyond the school day, about 110 of our students are actively participating in various enrichment and support programs. Those include our Title I and English language tutoring, our homework clubs, read clubs, writing club, and study group. All of those designed to strengthen their academic skills and boost their confidence. Our staff is engaged in 6 professional development sessions covering objectives, instructional scaffolding, technology integration, engagement strategies, and PBIS, or positive school culture and safety. Our family partnerships remain a priority. We've hosted 2 Leader in Me family workshops, and we've extended those into small group sessions to deepen the engagement that we can provide families at home. Finally, our student goal setting portfolios in grades K through 6 have been launched successfully, with all students setting their own learning goals and starting to meet those goals. This is a testament to their ownership of their learning and to our teachers' leadership. Overall, these are our collective efforts. They reflect our commitment to data-driven instruction, to collaboration, and to student growth at every level. Thank you.
Good evening, President Rose and members of the governing board. Thunderbolt students and staff have been working hard on our goals. We have supported Tier 1 instruction by conducting walkthroughs with student achievement and ADE partners to provide feedback on instruction. Schedules were audited and classes with high needs were assigned paraprofessionals to assist. We set up 1 ELA and 1 math co-taught classroom to have 2 instructors available to assist students. Learning labs are available each period as an additional support. Our homerooms have shifted to provide more purposeful intervention. In 7th grade, we are focusing on math for this quarter by opening 5 homerooms, all with math teachers, based on math needs for the students. Yes. 8th grade, we have an ELA focus for homerooms, where we have 3 homerooms open for students who are struggling with English. Additionally, we provided all of our algebra students with a math teacher for homeroom
because algebra doesn't address all 8th grade math standards, so we're going to fill those gaps during homeroom. We also have a specialized homeroom for our English language learners that provides that targeted English acquisition skills for them. For students with intensive needs, we have alternative classes available. These classes offer a slower pace to help meet their needs. Thunderbolt is offering after-school tutoring. Students were placed based on last year's ACES scores with a priority on those kids that are right on the cusp of becoming proficient. For students who did not qualify for tutoring, we have after-school homework help, which we currently have about 20 students taking advantage of. As teachers are crucial to student success, Thunderbolt is offering support in a variety of ways. First, Mrs. Nowakowski is in classrooms daily. She models effective teaching and provides guidance on professional development that would be beneficial both individually and as a staff. We have conducted individual data meetings with teachers in ELA and math to focus on student need and to kind of help guide filling gaps. We are making improvements. Thank you for your continued support.
Good evening, President Rose and members of the board. Our teachers have been hard at work to this date. We have 3 different goals in science, English, and math, so I'll address the science and where we're at first. September 4th and October 23rd, PLCs reviewed scores and interpreted data. ACT-like questions are utilized weekly in tested areas. ACT mimic data with specific data question group was reviewed on October 23rd, and ACT mimics, the first round of our testing, will be administered the 24th and 25th, right before Thanksgiving break. In our English department, on September 4th and October 23rd, PLCs reviewed scores and interpreted data. English teachers are having students engage in targeted weekly practice, and our English teams meet weekly to review where they are at in pacing so that all students are exposed to the same content and provide built-in mentorship for our newer teachers. In our math department, on September 4th and October 23rd, just as in English and science, PLCs reviewed scores and interpreted data. IXL is being utilized in Algebra 1-2 classrooms for formative purposes. Mini-math is utilized on a daily basis in all math classrooms. The statistics PD has not happened to this point. That is planned for January. And then the pacing guide has been adjusted to ensure the statistics is being taught before our testing. Thank you for your time.
Thank you once again to the principals for sharing those updates on your site action steps. Can we give them one more round of applause, please? And next, I'm going to provide information on school letter grades.
Yes, item 5.2.
To comment on the real quick, I just want to say thank you all for taking the time to do that 90-day check-ins. This is a wonderful opportunity to see what's going on. Very excited to hear what the actions you all are taking, to see the engagement of students in the tutoring and the homework help. Many of our goals are 10%, 20%. That is a small number of students. And your actions in these tutorings and these homework helps and the engagement, I have no doubt that we are going to hit these numbers. So I just want to encourage you. Thank you all for working so hard. Thank you for coming, being willing to present. We'll do another 90-day check-in, but I hope you all feel encouraged in this as well, that you are making an impact. So I thank you.
All right. President Rose, members of the governing board, the Arizona Department of Education released school letter grades 2 weeks ago. School letter grades are one way the state helps us look at how we are performing overall. They combine many different measures like test results, English learner progress, attendance, and graduation rates into a single score. While that gives us some useful information, it doesn't tell the full story of what's happening in our classrooms every day, especially when it comes to the quality of our Tier 1 core instruction. For K-8 schools, the letter grades are calculated using 4 main indicators: proficiency, which measures how well students are performing on state assessments; English learners, which looks at their progress towards English proficiency; acceleration and readiness, which considers things like attendance and preparedness for the next grade level; how much students are improving over time. There's also opportunity to earn bonus points. For K-8 schools, proficiency is one of the main indicators in the A through F letter grade system, representing 30% of the letter grade. Schools earn points in two ways, either through proficiency, which measures how many students reach each performance level on the test, or stable proficiency, which recognizes students who maintain their proficiency from one year to the next. The school gets to use whichever produces a higher score. The proficiency scores for ELA and math are combined into one overall score for the school. Only students who have been at the school for the full academic year are included. Alternative assessments, like those for students with significant cognitive disabilities, are included as well. Each student contributes points depending on their performance. Partially proficient students earn half a point, proficient students earn 1 point, and highly proficient students earn 1.3 points. Growth is another major part of how K-8 school letter grades are calculated, representing 50% of the letter grade. Growth looks at how much progress students make from one year to the next. Growth is only measured for students in grades 4 through 8, since those are the grades where we have 2 years of test data in that subject. The state compares each student's score from last year to this year. Then that student is grouped with other students across students who had the same score last year. From there, each student's progress is ranked within that group, giving them a student growth percentile, or SGP, ranging from 1 to 99. Growth contributes up to 50 points toward a school's letter grade, half from ELA and half from math, and is designated to recognize schools for helping all students make progress, even if they haven't met proficiency yet. The English Learner Indicator is worth 10%, and it measures how well our English learner students are progressing toward and achieving English proficiency on the AZELA, which is the state's English Learner Assessment. This indicator looks at two factors: how much students grow in their English skills from year to year, and whether they have reached full proficiency. Schools only receive points for this indicator if they have more than 10 English learners tested. If a school has fewer than 10, the state doesn't calculate an EL score. Instead, the school's total points drop from 100 to 90, so that denominator changes. Acceleration and readiness is worth 10%. This indicator looks at how schools are preparing students for future success. Schools earn points by keeping chronic absenteeism low, by making sure fewer students are missing 10% or more of the school year. They can also earn credit for reducing absenteeism from the previous year. Students can also earn points for giving students with disabilities access to general education classrooms, for ensuring third graders meet literacy benchmarks, and for showing growth or proficiency gains among historically underserved groups such as English language learners and students with disabilities. Additionally, schools can earn bonus points. Schools with special education populations at or above the school-wide average can earn 1 or 2 bonus points. Schools that test at least 95% of their eligible students on the 5th and 8th grade science assessments and then score above or well above the state average can earn up to 3 points. Yes.
For the growth component, so it talks about, it applies to grades 4 through 8 with 2 years of data. The standardized tests themselves have changed. Are we comparing the scores from 2 different tests?
We're comparing where they were in their band. So all the students who received a like score, I'm going to say in 4th grade, then all of those students are compared against each other the following year and what growth they made. Does that make sense?
So it might be different tests depending on.
Yes.
Yeah, so it would be, so 1 year, if it's 2 years, and one test was different than the other one.
Yes, 4th grade test versus a 5th grade test. Growth.
Proficiency.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
All right. Next, I'm going to share each of our elementary and middle schools data so you can see how many points they earned in each of the 4 indicators and their letter grades. I've also included some information about proficiency to give a clearer picture of how our students are performing across the district. So I won't talk through each of these slides. Okay, so as you can see, the letter grade is there on the left, the proficiency is on the right. As I mentioned earlier, the letter grades give us some useful information, but they don't tell us the full story of what's happening in our classrooms, especially when it comes to the quality of our Tier 1 core instruction. Our proficiency scores on the right paint a clear picture of how well students are mastering the standards. So in addition to the number of proficient and highly proficient students, I also included data showing the number of students who are currently in the partially proficient range, because we know with high quality, consistent core instruction, we can move those students to proficiency. So I'm going to click through these, take a breath, and then I'll go. All right, so I'll just give you a minute to look at each slide.
Woo! Let's go. Or grande, yeah. That's an A, A's an A. Smoke tree, go, man. Starline. Yeah! Whoa! I'm sorry, I'm proud. It's okay, Karen.
More talking. Okay. All right. So for our high school, the letter grade is calculated a little differently. The indicators are proficiency, English learner progress, graduation rate, growth, and college and career readiness. Together, these measures show how well students are performing academically and how well we are preparing them for life after high school. Proficiency measures the percentage of students who meet or exceed state standards on the ACT. Students earn points based on how they perform. Again, partially proficient earns 0.6, proficiency earns 1 point, and highly proficient students earn 1.3 points. The English Learner Indicator measures how well our English learner students are progressing towards achieving English proficiency on the AZELA. Again, a school must have more than 10 English learners to get those points. The growth indicator looks at how much students improve from one year to the next in English language arts and math. It includes students who have 2 consecutive years of valid test scores and who have been enrolled for the full academic year. Growth is measured in 2 ways: for all students and for the bottom 25% performers. This helps ensure schools are recognized not only for overall improvement, but also for accelerating learning among students who need the most support. The graduation indicator combines 2 parts: the overall graduation rate and graduation rate improvement, which looks at whether more students are graduating than in previous years. The college and career readiness indicator shows how well schools are preparing students for what comes next, whether that's college, military service, or entering a career pathway. Finally, schools can earn bonus points for going above and beyond. This includes helping more students move into college, military, or career programs than the year before, performing significantly above the state average in science, maintaining high participation in required assessments like the ACT, and helping special education students succeed at a higher rate than average. Okay. So here you can see how many points Lake Havasu High School earned for each of the indicators, along with the bonus points that were awarded. Again, I've also included proficiency data from the ACT, including the number of students who are partially proficient, knowing we can move those students forward. As you know, Havasu Online is utilized by students in the middle school and through high school. However, it is not a separate school. All students graduate through Lake Havasu High School and can access athletics, clubs, and on-site courses as they remain students enrolled in LHUSD. We have not presented letter grades for Havasu Online as we are working with ADE to gain a better understanding of how they view this program at the state level and ultimately make adjustments so they can contribute achievement scores to the school the student is associated with, whether it be Thunderbolt or the high school. So we'll keep you updated as that conversation continues. Looking ahead to January, I'm excited to share a deeper look at how our students are progressing towards proficiency. At that time, I'll be happy to share data from our DIBELS middle of the year benchmark, as well as our fall AASA mimic results and any information from first semester finals to provide a more complete picture of student growth and learning.
Awesome. Thank you, Ms. Olson. Great job. First, I want to say before questions, is there any questions for Ms. Olson from the governing board?
I just wanted to make sure that I heard correctly. So the students who are enrolled in the online program, even though they might be a high school student or a Thunderbolt student, their scores were not included in these graphs. Okay.
Awesome. I just want to take a moment and say congratulations to all of our principals, all of our schools. Great work.
Thank you for including that partially proficient, because when we look at those numbers in the partially proficient, I mean, just in Thunderbolt, 62 kids is 19%. So if we, like you say, target that area, we're going to have huge growth. So I know all of our schools are doing that. So I know you guys are hyper focused on this, and I have no doubt we're going to be seeing these not A's bump up next year. So keep up the good work.
Thank you.
And to kind of go along with that, I mean, that is the point of having a school system that serves all students, is that we are not just glossing over our partially proficient students. We are recognizing that they can level up as well.
For sure.
Thank you.
All right. At this time, item 6.1, the moment a lot of you have been waiting for, our one-time compensation. Please welcome Dr. Stone.
Good evening, President Rose, members of the board. The district continues to strive toward better overall staff compensation, and each year we look to provide a COLA if possible, which is one-time compensation as funding allows. In consideration of the district's carry forward funds, we are proposing a one-time 10% COLA for all staff. The proposed COLA will cost approximately $3.6 million and will be paid out in the month of December. This item has been reviewed by legal and is here for your consideration.
All right, thank you. Now, I just want to take a moment to thank Member Rahman, who has worked alongside me on this, along with our CFO, our teachers, Lake Havasu Teachers Association. We all came together, along with Dr. Stone and Human Resources, in an incredible meeting. You guys matter. We're very thankful for each and every teacher, staff member, from our bus drivers to our clerks to our clerical staff. You all matter. Thank you so much for all that you do to make Lake Havasu Unified School District incredible. Is there any questions or comments from the board?
No, you've got to take care of your people. You are all the ones that make this move. Without you, it doesn't happen. You are all the ones taking care of these children and making sure that their education is excellent, and it's our responsibility to take care of you. So that's our intention today.
All right. At this time, call for a motion and a second on item 6.1.
I move to approve item 6.1.
And I'll second.
Michael Kern?
Yes.
Lisa Roman?
Yes.
Matthew Houston?
Yes.
David Rose?
Yes.
Yes!
At this time, item 7.1, Superintendent.
So I do want to thank our board for continuing to focus on our staff and ensuring that the tax dollars we receive go to the extent possible to our staff salaries. That is very evident as you all work together for this, so I know it's greatly appreciated by everyone. In honor of Veterans Day this week, I also want to thank all of our veterans, both on staff, on our school board, in our community for their service. That is also greatly appreciated. I want to thank our student achievement team and our principals this evening for the work being done, both to support our staff and also in the long run, increase our student achievement. It's extremely important, and I'm glad you were able to see the work being done this evening. And other than that, just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving.
Awesome. All right, item 7.2, governing board members.
I just asked Dr. Stone with the call to the public speaker, I just would like to follow up with that. I'm sure it was addressed, but I just, as it's been called to the public, I would like to get your eyes on it.
And then for oh, go ahead. You have
I was just
something?
going to say a thank you to all of our public partners who helped make Kids on the Colorado happen last week. It's always a great opportunity for the kids to be connected to their surroundings. So thank you.
All right, and for me, two items that I want to speak about to add, hopefully next month for our governing board meeting. Two is, number one is getting our calendar for the 26-27 school year and then 28-29. There's a committee that has been put together for that. So if we could try to get that approved in December for the upcoming school years, that would be incredible. And then also, in a previous board meeting, I brought up that we want to grow our own future leaders here in Lake Havasu Unified School District. So one of the conversations that member Rahman and I had with the Lake Havasu Teachers Association, with our CFO, the superintendent, is fixing our administrative pay. And in a lot of school districts are top heavy in admin pay, and I can tell you that that is not the case in the Lake Havasu Unified School District. Matter of fact, we had this previous year some positions that were available in some of our schools for administrative roles, and we had none of our local teachers apply because they would take about a $36,000 loss in pay if they were to go into administration. That's unacceptable, so we are going to be fixing that. And we're hoping will be on next month's board agenda. That way we can fix our admin pay and be in line with the rest of the state and take care of our people. We are so thankful for all of you, and we want you to be able to stay here in the district and get into leadership as that time opens.
And just to tag along with that, many districts have administrative bloat where they just have this balloon of administrators at the top, and you know, the pay kind of funnels up there. During these audits that as we've done and come on, we've actually determined that Lake Havasu City, we are actually under-administrated. Yeah. We don't have that many administrators for how many students and teacher staff we have. So it is important to pay competitively to bring our people within the district up, but to bring competitive candidates into those positions to improve our district. So we're not just trying to bloat it, but we are trying to make sure that we are paying people competitively for the market.
All right, anything else from the governing board? On behalf of all of us, have a very happy Thanksgiving. And at this time, I will ask for a motion and a second to adjourn on item 8.1.
Move to adjourn item 8.1.
Second. Roll call.
Michael Kern?
Yes.
Lisa Malone?
Yes.
Matthew Houston?
Yes.
David Rose?
Yes. Happy Thanksgiving. Have a great night.